The question and answers that you have here. The context of a poem means the circumstances that influenced the poet to write the poem. What do you think was the context in which the poem wrote in? Simple question, don't get confused, is that what is the base of this poem? Why do you think the poet was forced to write a poem on relocating, on refugees? What could be his misery? What would be the difficult situation that he must have faced that he was forced to write something like that? Uh, is he narrating his own life experience? What? Write that in 60 words, 60. Do you think the narrator is a refugee? How do you know that? Yes, the narrator is a refugee and someone who was a Jew. He was a German Jew and he had left his country from Germany and he had come and taken refuge in America as a refugee. And he's narrating his experience about how he was put down, he was refused to give accommodation, work, and other facilities because he was refugee. And when he finally managed to write a poem, he wrote about his own experience. So in this question, you can mention how he went to a committee and he was refused, how he went for a job and he was told to come next year. You have to repeat, write all that. You also have to write about how he felt when he saw the fish swimming in the water, about how he saw a dog and a cat was welcome, but they were not welcome, how he imagined that multi-story building should be accommodated um, by refugees, things like that. You have to mention in 80 words, 80. Who do you think he is addressing by saying my dear? He's addressing to fellow refugees who have left Germany and they have moved to all different parts of the country. And he's referred to all of them about how all of them, this is not only about America, and this is about every refugee who left their country and how they felt unwelcome in the new country. So you have to refer, and my dear is referred to fellow refugees, German refugees, 40 words, 40. When do you get to know the real identity of the narrator? So I think you get to know about the real identity of the narrator as a German Jew, a refugee, is when he was trying to look for work and how he was refused, and how he was refused for any work when his passport had expired. So, and how the record said that if you do not have a valid passport, you will be recorded as a dead man. So you have to, I think that is the point. Why does he reveal it so late? Maybe because he revealed it so late because he was afraid to show that he is a refugee. People are afraid to show their identity because of the discrimination. So in totality, the question A and B, 70 words, 70. By using the expression daily bread, the poem emphasizes the contrast between the two groups of people in the poem, the refugees and the others. Find out the significance of this phrase. Here daily bread is referred to, as I said, that there's an economic imbalance. People are rich, living in bungalows, and at the same time, these refugees are not even getting a hole to live. Maybe most of them are homeless. So the kind of diversity, I should say, kind of indifference between the native people and the refugees, you have to mention that in 50 words. What does the phrase thunder rumbling in the sky signify? As I said, it is referred to the air attacks which happened to kill all the German Jews. So write that in 40 words. Okay, and we'll finish. We'll stop till here, and then there's a B section. I have to explain you a couple of writing tools about. I want to explain irony and pun, and before I get to these questions. So these six questions, try to submit it by 1st of June, and I want a summary by tomorrow evening. And then when I see you guys the next time, then I'll explain the writing tools, irony and pun, and we'll discuss the rest of the questions.